Hi guys, here's my presentation. I'll be presenting mine on the article How the iPhone Become Divine, New Media, Religion, and the Intertextual Circulation of Meaning by Heidi Campbell and Antonia La Pastina. The purpose of this reading is to show that religion metaphors can communicate ideas about technology and shape how the public perceives technology. In this case, specifically the iPhone, the article goes on to show that the language used can communicate both positive and negative attributes of the technology. The article also investigates the complicities surrounding the framing of technology in religious terms. The case of the iPhone as the Jesus phone illustrates how new media objectives can possess multiple layers of meaning, which can shape how the public understands it. The main supporting components of this article is Jesus phone and iPhone is described as a technological. Religious language and images can be an effective way to describe humanity's relationship to technology, and referring to the iPhone as Jesus phone can be understandable to Christian audiences, but religious metaphors may not be understood by non-Christians. There are 5 key terms and vocabulary from this reading. Intertextuality is the relationship between texts, creative work, and art. It has been used in media studies to analyze the permutation, how things change, of different texts. Jesus Phone is a nickname for Apple's iPhone when it was officially launched in 2007. It was called Jesus Phone because how it was expected to save our lives. Religious discourse shows the use of language in religious contexts in an effective process to control others. Christian imagery is used to manipulate the perception of the iPhone. Spiritual framing uses spiritual information to cause interpretation of the mind of consumers. It is used to achieve understanding of the product. In this article, it refers to how the iPhone is perceived in Christian terminologies. Techgnosis is where technology itself is representing as a god. How does this help us study media and religion? The use of religious imagery and terminology during the media launch of the iPhone was used to identify attributes of Jesus. The new phone was unveiled at the Macworld conference in January 2007. It had the combined power of an iPod, cell phone, and personal digital assistant. Later on, iPhone was being referred to as the Jesus phone because of its capability. The name implies the use of religion to frame the promoted technology. For Christian, they would understand the reason why people name it the Jesus phone, but it can be conflicting for different audiences, for instance, as the phone has limited features and doesn't reflect the way Jesus is. Individual. The intertextual discourse surrounding the iPhone as the Jesus phone features a very interesting relationship between technology, fans, news media, and corporate advertising. It also shows the variety of groups may appropriate the language and the imagery to communicate different purposes. Job was also seen as a prophet who points to the truth of the purported superiority of Apple technology. Social. The fans of Mac products are devoted to their product line in a similar way as religious groups are to their cult or sect. Steve Jobs, the CEO and the co-founder of Apple, is described as a Christ-like figure, as Jesus' phone is described in a Christian way, but if the phone is described as a Buddha phone, it may not have the same effect, even if done in an Asian culture. The Buddha has not been constructed as a savior-like figure. This article highlights how Apple effectively used references to Christianity as a way to compare the attributes of the iPhone to that of Jesus. This campaign resulted in consumers referring to the iPhone as the Jesus phone. Is this a sacrilegious way to advertise a product? How do you feel about referring to an iPhone as a Jesus phone? What do you think about that?